Hello everyone, this is Dillon Doucette. I'm a real estate agent servicing the Kitchener and Waterloo region. Today I'm going to be giving you a tour of the Kiwanis Park neighborhood. Kiwanis Park, or sometimes referred to as Bridgeport North or River Ridge Estates, is located along the Grand River and is off the Bridge and University intersection. The neighborhood is among the most sought after and affluent neighborhoods in the Waterloo region, with home prices ranging from the high six figures on the low end up to $4.5 million and beyond on the high end. The neighborhood is some of the most luxurious homes in the city, but also has more affordable homes like townhomes. The neighborhood gets its name from the 126-acre park in the neighborhood named Kiwanis Park. The park has a public swimming pool, a playground, soccer fields, volleyball courts, trails, a dog park, and more. The neighborhood also has two additional playgrounds, River Ridge Community Park and Carriageway Park. On top of all the parks, the neighborhood is renowned for its nature and trails, with trails running along the Grand River and many homes in the neighborhood backing on the green space. The street I am currently showing is the renowned River Oak Drive, as well as Kiwanis Park Drive. These are two of the most luxurious streets in the entire Waterloo region. Homes on these streets are $2 million at the very low end and could go up to over $4 million. Homes on these streets rarely go up for sale, and most of the homes on these streets back onto either the Grand River or a small private lake. The neighborhood has a variety of different home types. There are some townhomes, both as freehold and condos, but townhomes are not the most popular home type. The most prominent home type in the neighborhood is detached homes, with varying lot sizes from 30 feet of frontage up to over 300 feet of frontage. There are a few homes that date back over a century in the neighborhood, but the first round of development truly started in the 50s, 60s, and 70s on streets like Sunbridge, Cedar Cliff, Lexington Crescent, and Woolwich. These homes are predominantly bungalows and were located on large estate-style lots. 50 to 70 years later, some of the homes have been redeveloped or renovated, but some homes are still holding on to their original style. Once the 90s and early 2000s rolled around, development in the area took off, with the sought-after River Oak and Kiwanis Park Drive being developed with luxury multi-million-dollar homes, and the main part of the neighborhood with streets like Hawkswood and Falcon Ridge being developed. From the 2000s onward, there's been consistent development in the Kiwanis Park area, with detached homes and townhomes being built, expanding the footprint of the neighborhood. Now, most of the developable land in the neighborhood has been built on, and I predict in the next 10 years we'll see land development coming to an end in the area, and instead we'll see infill development where older homes in the neighborhood will be demolished to build luxury homes or to put multiple homes where there used to only be one home. We are already starting to see this. One interesting thing I want to point out is how the lot a home sits on can drastically affect a home's value. The street I'm currently showing is Eagle Crest. Homes on the left side of the street back on the Kiwanis Park and green space, and those homes sell for between $1.6 and $1.7 million. Compared to around $1.2 for homes on the other side of the street, that's about a $400,000 price jump just to be on the other side of the street. Now, the homes on the left side of the street are often a bit larger and have more upgrades, but it still goes to show the difference that being on a green space lot can make. If you have children, the nearby schools would be Bridgeport and Lexington Public, depending on what side of the neighborhood you are living in. For high school, there's Blueville Collegiate, and for Catholic, there's St. Matthew Catholic Elementary and St. David Catholic Secondary. For all your shopping needs, there's a shopping plaza with a Freshco, Tim Hortons, gas station, Rexall, and more at the intersection of University and Bridge. As well, there are also some small shops with a convenience store, pizza shop, pharmacy, and more on Woolwich Street. Now I want to go over 3 pros and cons of the neighborhood to give you a better feel for some of the good things and maybe some of the not so great things about the neighborhood. As I've said, the area is renowned for its nature. There's Kiwanis Park, the Grand River, walking trails, and a lot of green space in the area. A lot of the neighborhoods in the Waterloo region do not offer the amount of nature and green space the Kiwanis Park area offers. Another pro is the Kiwanis Park neighborhood is very sought after and affluent. Throughout the video, you'll notice beautiful multi-million-dollar homes and high-end cars. The average household income is between $150,000 and $180,000 a year. And even the cheapest homes in the neighborhood are still very nice. And lastly, the neighborhood is within a close proximity to both downtown Kitchener and uptown Waterloo. It's about a 13-minute drive to both uptown and downtown. One thing I've heard that people don't like about the area is its proximity to the 401 in Toronto. Compared to other areas like Deer Ridge, Dune South, and Hidden Valley that have similarities to Kiwanis Park, they're a lot closer to the 401. From Kiwanis Park to the 401 is about 15 minutes, compared to 5 or 10 from other neighborhoods. Another con is the price to get into the area and the barrier of entry. With all the amenities, nature, and affluence, it's not going to come cheap. If you're looking to buy a home in the area, you're going to need to come up with some serious money. The cheapest homes in the area are some condo towns in the very outside of the neighborhood that are about $600,000. Besides that, there's only been one home in the neighborhood to sell for under $1 million in the last 6 months. So if you're looking to buy in the area, prepare to spend over $1 million. One thing I've heard people complain about is its proximity to the Pillars meatpacking plant. If you live close to University Avenue, you'll notice the large meatpacking plant building and some of the pollution it may produce. If you live on the east side of the neighborhood, you won't notice it that much, but there are some homes in the Kiwanis Park neighborhood that are relatively close to this meatpacking plant. This street is called Old Cottage Close. It gets its name from the fact that the original homes in the street were actually cottages backing onto the Grand River. Most of these cottages still exist to this day. The street I am on is Carriageway. An interesting thing about this street, and part of the neighborhood, is that Carriageway is in Waterloo, not Kitchener. Most of the neighborhood is in Kitchener, but a section of the neighborhood is actually in Waterloo, and this is one of those streets. Woolwich Street divides the neighborhood in half. Everything east of Woolwich is Kitchener, and everything west of it is Waterloo. Another thing to note is all the homes you see on the left back onto green space. Now, the street I'm turning onto is Sunbridge Crescent. I actually just sold a home on this street a few months ago, and I also grew up on this street. This street has a ton of nature and wildlife. It's not uncommon to have a deer walking in your front yard. Sunbridge is also one of the older streets in the neighborhood, and homes rarely go up for sale on the street, and when they do, they're between the high 1 millions and 4.5 million. I hope you found this video informative. If you have any other questions about the Kiwanis Park neighborhood, my contact information is going to be down below. Again, my name is Dillon Doucette. I'm a real estate agent servicing the Waterloo region, so if you're looking to buy or sell a home anywhere in the region, feel free to reach out to me.